what's Missin Curfew? It's when you kind of play guilty, but you show up.
How nice is a green light on the road, though? No practice tomorrow, no plane, just go.
Scotty Upshaw in the clear, and he scores! Right in front, scores!
A few laughs, a little bit of fun, and obviously a lot of hockey talk.
You're listening to Missin Curfew.
Fellas, coming to you from Hall Pass Media in Newport Beach, this is Missin Curfew, and before the boys start snapping it around, let's not forget this show is always presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Oh, it's the Up Dog and our boy 93-1 from the guts of Scottsdale, as he would say. Curfew calls continue. Number 3 here, Up Dog. We had Swishy on for 1, Richie on for 1, and we got Swishy back in the pocket. Let's just snap it around, sit in the room. Hey, throw me some clear tape. Hey, who's got a chew?
Clear.
Throw me a chew.
Who's got clear?
Fuck, let's go.
I get some new laces in here.
Yeah.
It's come midsummer, boys.
120 waxed.
The boys are getting back on the ice a little bit. Maybe not us back in the day. We wait till August, but boys are getting back on the ice. Get a fresh set of laces. Tape the twig, Tape the twig.
These guys have been. This is going to roll out probably 3rd week of July. These guys have been skating for a fucking month and a half up.
2 months. Too long.
You're just trying to find where your gear
My
was.
bullpen was just getting formed.
No, you probably had about
Called up a few minor leaguers.
30 kills by now, probably. Right? You're starting to you're starting to weave out of the bullpen, right? Like some of them have cut you, right? Because you haven't got back to them and you haven't seen them in a while. And then you throw them the text, "Hey, I'm going to be in LA, Friday."
One season starts, the other.
Yeah.
One season stops, the others begin.
It's very rarely that your bullpen stays together for the course of a whole season, off season. The dog days, Swishy? The dog days in August there, the bullpen will break down on you.
You got to put a few on the 4 to 6 IR, You have a seat.
Yeah, it's tough too because a lot, that 8-9 month stretch too that you haven't maybe really been keeping tabs on them. They might have got a boyfriend. They might have just they're sick of your shit. But that's the game of baseball as we know, boys. That's why you got a bullpen. You got to restock it, and every free agency off season presents new opportunities, but challenges.
Hey, it's so true about social media now, but back in our heyday, there was no real social media. She's right. You didn't know if she's got a boyfriend, right? She's being a little standoffish.
Or did you care?
No, but you're not. You nowadays you would know, right? Yeah. You would see her on her social media. You'd be like, okay, she's dating another guy. Back then, you fire her a text. She kind of gives you oh yeah, how you doing? Right? You're like, fuck, is she dating somebody else? Or a lot of uncertainty. Yeah. Nowadays, right up. You're like, she's got a guy. Not that you're not going to still try to get in there, but you know what you're up against. Where back in the day, uncertainty. Fuck, does she? Should I text her again? I'm going to LA. We're being hide.
I know.
Is she going to come? You think?
That's the mental part of the game. You never want to did the highs and the lows of both on the ice and off the ice. Only the strongest survive. You got to keep a level head. You got to talk to your sports psych. Hey, Schmaltz, you got to have a guy or a girl that's just, to lean on for the off ice troubles that you're having. Because
that's a lot of fucking leaning.
Yeah, but you don't want to be too caught up in anything. You don't want to be too caught up on, being late for tea time or, this girl not calling you back. You just got to have a strong head on your shoulders, Schmaltz.
You got to have a stiff chin. Yeah, I mean, we're not Bill Withers, but we got to lean on something. I think you guys lean on experience. And the best thing, too, is if you ever get that text like, hey, I'm dating somebody now, you don't go like what the normal jabroni would do and be like, oh, why this and that? You just say, perfect. Let me know if anything changes. You leave it right there, and then you just play on, Obes. So, yeah, it's I don't even know how many single guys there are, though, anymore in the NHL. Even guys that are like 25, I feel like everyone's got a chick these days. There's no Upshells and Lupels and O'Briens running around doing the full in real life entourage per se. I think those days are kind of past.
Which is a shame because I feel like if you are single today, like every girl's on birth control. STDs are not even
never before.
STDs are not even a thing anymore. It's just
no
like
one
you
talks about that.
You could just be going through just having a time and not even worrying. Like,
well, you got to worry.
Do you though? Oh, yeah. Every girl now
sometimes it be stressful.
Is on the what's it called?
IUD.
Thank you.
Isn't that a bomb?
And they all get the vaccine shot early on for
HPV.
HPV. Thank you. So now
medical terms.
Now you've taken 2 of the worries right off the board. I mean, off the board. Now you're freewheeling. You're like fucking McDavid through the neutral zone.
Yeah, you're really feeling it. Give me the buck. Give me the puck.
Yeah.
I got eyes in the back of my head. With that, there was always the stress of, you know, well,
Did you
maybe
pull
not
out quick enough or not?
No, but just the juggling aspect. I
Boys.
learned how to juggle early, and I mean figuratively just as much as physically. Like I was able to juggle the 3 balls early.
Well,
I actually recommend every young kid out there, whether you're listening in your dad's car or not, start juggling. It's good for the hand-eye. But then you also in life can start to juggle different things, you know, schedule, babes, lineup changes, whatever the case may be.
Especially, you said it there, right? Like if back in the day you were to hit up a girl and she had a boyfriend, you wouldn't care, right?
No.
You didn't care.
No,
you didn't
I wasn't
care.
saying, oh, this is over.
Yeah, like that changes the game for them and us, right? Because I would assume most guys are probably like the other way, right? Like, oh, what do you mean you're dating another guy? Like, I thought, you know, where back in your prime, you're on, okay, fine. She doesn't want to hang out, okay.
Yeah,
Next.
I'll talk to you in
Next.
a month.
Next, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'll see you down the road.
Yeah, because where most guys they would get tunnel vision in that sense and taking it personal versus guys like you guys back in the day, or even how I operate now. It's like, all right, well, let's just keep playing. You know what I mean? The world is your oyster if you have a decent chin.
The game goes on.
Right, it does.
Yeah.
You know, it does.
I'm not going to sit here and say, though, there wasn't a couple LA babes that stung me. I'm not going to lie to you.
Of course.
Yeah, I got
of
stung a
course.
few times where I was like, you know, looking at my phone being like, she still fucking hasn't texted me back, eh? She doesn't text me back, eh?
Oops, where you at? Oh, I'm on the couch.
Yeah.
This isn't a good day.
I remember Richardson the one time, there's this girl, I won't mention her name, but I was dating her for a little bit or whatever, hanging out with her, and then Richardson was like, hey, what's her name? Is that what you're with the boys in Manhattan Beach right now? And I was like, fuck, I texted him like, hey, tell the boys to maybe lay off that one, eh?
Yeah.
Just tell the boys to maybe, you know, like, come on. You know, it's,
Just
I
keep
don't,
it out of the league.
I don't
you know?
think it's officially over yet. Maybe just tell the boys to, you know, courtesy here, Swishy. I don't think it worked out. I think someone took her down. But, you know, I was like, fuck, that stung. I'm like, man, not only is she doesn't want to hang out with the big Obes anymore.
She knows how to get back at me.
She's getting right in the National League, Swishy, right up the 405 on me.
Yeah, it's a classic play. It's not like you were bad, but it's like, you know, sometimes when you have just an okay
just weren't that
burger
good.
or something, you gotta go back and get the same thing. She's dipping back into the same pond trying to find, you know, maybe a different hockey guy. Maybe you didn't text her back, Obi, or maybe, you know, who knows?
I know the answer to that is once they get a taste for this, it's hard to go to like some, you know, actor nerd or like baseball or different sport. Like once they get a full taste of like, you know, just hockey culture, it's pretty good. I'm not saying like we're the cream of the crop in it, but like I feel like hockey guys are a pretty attractive group of like individuals to spend some time with, to have fun with. They're not so narrow-minded or fucking, you know, criminals.
They got a lot of options up there, though, Swishy. Back in the day, these Hollywood girls, I mean, a lot of options, right? There's parties every night. You know, there's good-looking people everywhere. It was like, you had to just know what you're kind of getting yourself into, too. Like, you weren't looking for, you know, a wife or a girlfriend or anything like that. You're just looking to keep it moving, have a good time here, enjoy the summer with the boys.
Yeah, and I think what Updog is saying, too, it's like, you know, I mean, there's so many different fish in the pond, but like if you get around a crew of like good, like old school hockey guys, I mean, I'm not saying we're the coolest guys to ever do it, but it usually is a fun time hanging around with, you know, guys, a lot of tea flowing around, you know, a lot of good jokes. It's just a different style of person than you're used to of maybe some 5'4" actor that, you know, has chin filler. So
once you get them into that world, you got to expect it's going to be tough to get them out. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
It's like Hollywood chewing up a young one and then spitting her out on the way. Well, it's a good life, but it's also hard.
I remember
takes a lot of.
I remember
effort.
Early in my Hollywood days. I'm not going to mention the guy's name. I walked to his party and I saw this girl come down the stairs, and she was one of the best looking girls I've ever seen in my life at that time. Fast forward 5 years later, I bump into that same girl, and you want to talk about Hollywood chew her up and like, I mean. Yeah, she'd been just partied all that. Like I was like, is that the same? I said to my buddy, I go, is that the same girl?
Away. I know. Yeah.
Is that the same girl? He's like, yeah, she's just been partying way too much for the last 5 years. I'm like, I guess so. So you got to be careful. But going back to one of the ones that kind of ran my show a little bit, that was right when the Kings won the cup too, right?
Oh yeah.
So I got a picture. Somebody sent me a picture of this particular person with the cup at Teddy's. So right then I was like, fuck. How can I can't compete with this, right?
Well, you can, but
No.
yeah,
They just won the cup.
I know, but
No.
they don't bring the heat still. Like,
well,
big fella.
Well, maybe, but I was just like, this is not good. She's, this is not good. She's hanging out with the boys. They just won the mug. This is not good.
Yeah, it's
This is
tough.
not
That
good.
mug does magical things. I've only seen it, haven't touched it.
So we got on this topic because of bullpens is what we were talking about. And this is going to come out July, probably third week of July, give or take, boys. At this time, Swishy, throughout our summer, taking a trip in the Missin Curfew time machine, I wasn't too worried about my bullpen now because we already had our Memorial Day party and our July 4th party. So I already knew that my responsibility to the squad was making sure that there was people at the party, right, girls? So at this time of the summer, I was early in the summer, I was working the bullpen hard to make sure, like, hey, we're having a party, Memorial Day weekend, bring a couple friends, July 4th, same thing. After July 4th, kind of take a breather and just be like, all right, whatever comes to me the rest of the time here.
Yeah, Prohaska, I guess should get in the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about time you start working out come July. Want to keep the career going.
Yeah.
Extend those years, stretch. But yeah, no, it was come July was more. There was trips planned. We'd already done a music festival, but we were looking forward to another one. We definitely had a golf trip in the books. And then come August, come in 2 weeks here, fellas, when you're listening, that was when it was like, oh fuck, now you gotta really find
Where's my gear?
where's the gear. Do my skates fit?
Skates never fit,
Where
Swishy,
are my
because
twigs?
you're at the, we're hanging out at the beach pretty much. If we're not golfing, we're at the beach, right? Back then we played some beach volleyball back in our younger days. So you got flip-flops on or you're on your bare feet and then you go, like Uppy said, start of August, try to throw the wheels on and it's not pretty. Doesn't fit, hurts your feet. It's not good.
Oh, it was the worst. I mean, the August 1 panic, there was nothing like it. But right after July 4, I always found, at least for me, if you were a guy that drank 2 times a week, well, maybe you try to cut that in half right around mid-July for try to dial it in with some workouts. Or if you were a 3 nights a week guy, like, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe you're not going Sunday anymore. You know what I mean? You're maybe chopping one of those days off. At least that's how I always thought after kind of the July 4th bender. There's a stretch there where it's like, okay, well, I got to get my strength workouts in, and then we're going to finally ramp it up on the ice. Did you feel that way, Mr. O'Brien, or were you just full tilt, full time until, you made your way to your National League city?
Well, I always had to lose weight, right? So I was always in that aspect. But listen, during the week, like we would go play golf, Swishy, me, Uppy, and Loops, and not have one drink on the course. Now we maybe have a little puff of the pen out there or whatever, but we were drinking waters. I was fucking eating salads. This guy was trying to get a turkey sando. So during the week, I wouldn't booze that much, but come Friday, Saturday, Sunday, yeah, I would booze right till right till Labor Day weekend. And then I would be like, oh, maybe slow her down a little bit. But I wasn't giving up my weekends because I knew A, how much fun they were going to be, and B, I knew what the grind ahead was, right? Come September. Like once that training camp starts, hopefully you can get in the dance. But if you don't, you got to the middle of April where you're going to be, grinding it out. So I didn't want to pass up too many weekends out here in Southern Cal, fella.
So you would go Sundays too?
Sunday afternoons.
Go to Casty's, Go to Casty's. Have a couple stiffies there. Have a burger. Talk about the Saturday night. Go to Stag Bar with the Up Dog, see what we can get. And then, not late night Sunday, but I did miss a lot of Monday workouts, if you want to be honest with you. I did. I did. I mean, I just would be at the point where I'm like, you got to listen to your body, right? Like, I go in there.
You've heard it here, folks.
I go in there, I'm going to get hurt, right? I listen to my body here. Gotta fucking, I'm going to get to recovery here too. But like, well, I guess I could get to it right now. The one thing looking back that I didn't do enough of was taking my recovery more seriously. Like that Monday that I'm talking about, I probably fucking laid around the couch and chilled where I should have been, boom, go and have a sauna, have a cold tub, get a massage, go get some treatment. And then you could chalk it up to a Monday of, that was the successful Monday too, right? Like, yeah, I didn't get my lift in. I didn't get my, my street work in, but I took care of the body.
Yeah.
Now Tuesday, I feel even better. Like, that's what I would do now. Like, my Monday would be straight recovery.
It's all Lupul's fault for having that big ass comfy couch at 600 and a hook.
Yeah.
That thing fucking had some hours on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Monday workouts for me was always just, I'd definitely be late, but I'd get there. And it's all about you need to have a good like mentor / trainer. I don't care who you are, what facet of professional career you have or you don't. You got to like in your 30s, if you don't like find the time to keep moving and to get that. Your 40s are in one, right? Like doesn't matter. So yeah, as 20s, you're invincible. You do whatever you want, whether you're boozing, and by boozing, I mean not like having 2 bottles of wine and steak. I mean like 40 gin and tonics, 25 shots, just sending it.
A couple other things to wash her down, eh?
No, but it's funny when you talk about boozing, now with
doing a bit of boozing, have you?
You've been sucking back on grandpa's old cough medicine, are you? It's different. Like drinking like a college kid and drinking like an adult is 2 different things, really. I guess not. Some of you catch us on a fellow tour, you might think different, but back then, boozing was boozing. Now it's like, could you go during your career? Could you have 3-4 bottles of wine at night, like, and then go work out in the morning? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But not when you're spending all day playing beach volleyball, jumping in the water, staying up till 5:30 in the morning, and then trying to repeat. That was a program that was a slippery slope.
But I would say, Swishy, like, even, back in our day, it's like we're so fucking old, right? Our day. But back in the day, recovery wasn't talked about like it was today, right? Like it wasn't like, it was like, have a protein shake. That was the recovery. Hey, make sure you get your shake in, right? Like, cold tubs were there, obviously, but like it wasn't like today where you're really focused on your recovery. Like, or maybe that was just me, but like even Danny Heatley said about cold tubs, he's like, now they're like trendy and now it's cool to get in there. Like back in the day, it wasn't like that. Recovery wasn't as important as it is today. And I think it's almost more important, Swish, than working out to a certain degree. You got to be in shape, but recovery is so important nowadays, I think.
Yeah, and even just getting on the table. I mean, like the elite players these days, they're like Wagyu. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're literally like Japanese Wagyu. How much they're on the table, how much soft tissue work they're getting, how much different things they get activated on their body even before they go work out or afterwards. It's literally a full-time job just to recover. And, you see way less emphasis on the strength training these days. And it's a lot, I mean, just think about the way we worked out. And you guys always talk about how Loops kind of hurt his back originally. Like some of those workouts were just so stupid.
Dumb.
Like, why am I going in after a 10-minute bullshit fake dynamic warm-up right into lifting something off the ground like a trap bar at 400 pounds? Like it just didn't make any sense. And you saw how many guys, they suffered from that, including myself with, getting a herniated disc on multiple occasions just from not even being properly activated for my trainer trying to get me under the bar. And it took me until like I was probably 25 years old to like realize that what the fuck are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like it was so dumb.
Yeah, all that.
I agree.
When you start lifting heavy, we've all been there. It's a progression up to the weight that you decide to lift. And if your trainer, part of his job is to know, okay, these guys, yes, A, they might have went out, but B, their program should be at the right point. That's why group training was always, I was lucky in my 30s to not really do group training, because group training, you get in there and yes, it's good to push with other guys, but also you're not probably, judging like, well, fuck, he's 225 pounds and hasn't missed a workout in 3 months. And here I am, like after Lollapalooza coming back in, trying to compete with this guy. That's where you get caught up in, whoops, I shouldn't have done that. Now I'm on the sidelines for a week and shit like that. It's
Uppy, you're 100% right, because everyone's built differently. Like I'm built like Pete Sampras, a fucking tennis player, and I go in there and I'm lifting the same as Colton Parayko, or trying to. It's like, this guy's a machine. I'm more so like still trying to grow into my body, and I just need different movements. So it's a great point you make is right around that age, like 24, 25, I realized like I need, just one-on-one training, not versus this big group and, getting caught up and doing things that other guys do. And, it actually ends up hurting me. So
I agree with everything you boys just saying. I just, looking back, I should have had a full recovery team, eh? Yeah. Should have had a full recovery. Seuss, ready to rock, chef there for like, invest in that stuff, instead of wasting the money I did at fucking Hyde nightclub and fucking everywhere else. I could have had a full on, but it just wasn't talked about as much back then. Do you agree with me on that?
Yeah, I do. I was lucky. I had Amstuts here in my backyard that I was good friends with who kind of like through his, odd theories on the body helped me kind of educate myself as I got older. I was lucky. If I didn't, I would be in this chair here today, probably way more sore and dealing with shit that are nagging injuries. But I was lucky enough to like upon the injuries or upon the training and the changes of my body at the time, was able to kind of adjust in the moment on, what I need, what's going to be best for me. I was flying in a guy once a month, that other guys would use, for example, in St. Louis, Schmaltzy. Like I'd fly in Amstutz and he'd be 2 days, sleeping in my spare bedroom. He'd work on guys for 12 hours a day, basically do things differently than your trainer on your team would do. And that is way more common now. So that to your point, it's way more common now for guys to have like their separate recovery program / team that's solely emphasized on like, when your time is away from the rink and off the ice, it's just as important. But maybe just different things that, most people don't really discuss nor they know about.
Rest is a weapon, eh?
Yeah.
Rest is a weapon, and you look at it, it's like investing into your body, right? Like that's what recovery is. And like you see a guy like, I'm not a huge LeBron fan, but fucking guy's 42 years old, and he's fucking still out there just running up and down the court this season during the playoffs and stuff. I mean, obviously he's a billionaire. It helps to have his bankroll, but takes great care of himself.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Go ahead.
The only thing I wanted to say on that front is you were talking about the skates and how your feet wouldn't fit into your boots. I mean, I was the same way because you have sandals on all the time. But if you've ever seen, he doesn't like to post about it or show them, but LeBron's feet, after how much he's running the hardwood, dude, his toes are disgusting. Yeah. So I just wanted to,
There's no manicure. I actually had a nice mani-pedi this morning here. There's no manicure or pedicure is going to help LeBron's. His feet are nasty.
Ooh.
And typically hockey players, we have ugly feet too, like, because we're in our skates and we're...
Where do you get that at?
Locally. Blocking shots.
Where do I get them?
Yeah, where's your mani-pedi? Shout
Shout out to Newport Nails. Fuck, I don't want people going there, though. I got my 3 girls that come in. They just attack me. Going one on the shoulders, one on the head.
Do they always get you for that extra $10? Like
they don't have to get me. I want the extra 10.
Yeah, like it.
I said, how many more girls
They get you the shiny buff?
Yeah, shiny buff. Get it going.
Both nails and feet?
Yeah, shiny buff.
Do you get the paraffin wax?
Yep.
Wow, you do.
I get everything.
Full Monty.
Full Monty.
What do they call that? The full O'Brien in there?
They call it the big fella, I think.
Yeah.
Look out, here he comes.
Here he comes. Shut the doors.
Here comes the big fella.
Dim the lights.
Boys, if you're a young hockey player, recovery is very important. Boys, rolling on here. Like I said, this is going to be coming out 3rd week of July. Where the fuck are you boys going to... Where are you going to be 3rd week of July, boys? I'll tell you where I'm going to be. I'm going to be in Flagstaff with our boy Richardson and our boy Johnny Schlitzy, from Luxury Auto Collection, the friendly confines of Pine Canyon. I'm going up for 3 nights. 3's enough.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So come in Friday, out Monday, tee it, get in one with Richie and Johnny. I'm looking forward to it. Just booked that when we're recording this now. But
nice.
That's my July. Where were you guys for summer plans?
We're spending most of the summer here in Newport. We got the kids in summer camp, which is great because you drop them off. Mom and dad get the fucking days, afternoons off. Obviously, we got to find time with the baby. But July, we have our place in Aspen rented to our neighbor who's building a house for 8 weeks. So start of like right before, in the next couple of weeks through mid-July, and then we'll go spend, I think, late July and first couple of weeks in August in Aspen. So that part of it will be lots of outdoor stuff, some golf, some mountain biking, some hiking. The kids like hiking. The Aspen's great in the summer. Mountain Town's great in the summer. Oxygen's hard to find.
Watch out for those grizzly bears, man.
Yeah,
I just saw someone got fucking the other day. I don't know, somewhere in Cali, I think, on a hiker. Done. Grizzly bear. What are you supposed to do if a grizzly comes at you? Just hold,
pray,
stay still, or do you bring bear spray with you, Swishy, when you go on the hikes, or what? What do you do if a grizzly's coming at you? Just play dead?
No, I don't think you play dead. I think you got to somehow stand your ground. You probably like some bear spray. And if you're solo, which I do a good amount, I always think I need to invest in a gun because I don't know bear spray, you still got to get it out of your pack. You got to have a decent shot. That's probably your best bet if you're not packing some artillery. But yeah, man, if you got nothing with you, spray and pray, I guess, or just, I don't know what you do, man.
There's a saying. If it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back. And if it's white, good night.
Really?
Good night.
If it's brown, lay down.
So act dead if it's a brown bear. If it's black, you got to act big and fucking scare it away. And if it's a polar bear, just fucking, you're done.
If I run
you
into,
better have toots around.
if I run into a polar bear, I deserve to be fucking done. Hey, if I run into a polar bear, it should take me down for stupidity. Like, why the fuck, Swishy, am I anywhere where there's gonna be a goddamn polar bear coming at the big fella?
Yeah, you'd have to be up where Toots is from, or you'd have to be in the last frontier up in Alaska.
Yeah, maybe Alaska.
Yeah.
The last. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, a grizzly would, a black bear or a brown bear, I like my chances, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just like what Uppy was saying, maybe scared away or something. But you see those paws on the grizzlies, man? Oh my God, you're fucked.
If you catch a grizzly or like a big ass brown bear around, and you see their cubs, heads up.
Yeah.
Like that's where you gotta. They say lay down on your belly and protect your jugulars, like because they'll go for your neck.
They know.
Yeah, so that you can handle them clawing the shit out of probably your back. But if they get
My belly, come to my belly, I got a lot of fucking take a little hunk out of that fella. Maybe that'll scare him off. Oh, he's full for the winter. See ya, bud. Get out of
you're
here.
supposed to like lay down and grab your neck like this, and then just hope that they're bored and they just claw you a couple times. Be a nice scar, like 5 fucking.
Dude, I used to fucking stumble home downtown Aspen, like from Loops' house back to my hotel, and I'm like walking through this downtown Aspen thinking like it's 6 a.m. I'm thinking like, what if a bear does come right now at me? I'm just gunned.
But they're usually looking for, they get food in garbage cans and shit like that. Like they're not going to hunt like the human down.
Not if they sell me at 6:30 in the morning. That could be a Swissy.
This fucker's not moving
That could
well.
be an easy meal for them. I'm fucking stumbling down downtown Aspen, fucking 290 pounds. They might be able to take a chunk out of me.
Yeah, they smell that New York pizza too on you a little bit, you know?
Or they just look at you and think you're a bear.
Ranch dressing on my shirt, spilled on the pizza. He's like, hey, big fella.
When we used to stay at the Highlands, like in the summers, we would always see bears like right around that Ritz, like all the time, like off the patio and shit. Yeah, there's bears over there, bro, for sure.
Be careful, boys.
Be playing beer pong, you'd be one eye, you see like a bear, like fuck. Okay, maybe we should go inside here.
How drunk am I? Is that a bear, boys? Yeah, let's bring her into the kitchen. Be careful, boys. I always think about you hikers, and Loops and Mac L, they love hiking. Get that bear spray on you. Swishy, what are you mid-July when this comes out, fella, young, single, good-looking cat like yourself? Where are you gonna be just digging in?
Yeah, I'll have my spikes on, right, and my mitts, so I'll be ready to play. But I'm thinking 4th of July, back home, watch Joey Chestnut at my bro's place on the lake. My uncle's got a shack like 2 houses down, so it's a great spot to hang out for the 4th and celebrate America's birthday. But we're in the works and in talks of maybe after that sliding over to the chin and the guts of London, going to watch Wimbledon. So that's my big project of the summer. I'm just trying to convince my brother to do it with me. He's got to be over there like a little bit later, like mid-July for a wedding. So I'm like, let's go to London. Let's watch some tennis. And then you can fuck off and I'll just stay over here and get into whatever. But that's where I want to be. So he's down here in AZ right now. We're trying to plan it out, fella.
Yeah. Wedding season.
I love London, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, get over there, get some beers in you. The beers are unbelievable over there. The pubs are so much fun.
I've never been.
It's great. You'll love it. I've never been to Wimbledon, but fuck, make sure you get a nice white fucking blazer or something. You can't be coming in there with just fucking the tie jacket on, eh?
No, I'll be dressed in all white, baby.
Imagine you
100%.
rolled into Wimbledon with that tie jacket on. What the fuck would they say to you?
They'd be like, this asshole's got to get, especially with a wig on too. They'd be like, who is this guy? I'm looking.
If you had your Franklin glove on, tie jacket, and your wig and shades on, you're just like, hey boys, I'm here to watch Alcaraz and whoever. Slide over.
Yeah, they're like the soccer pitch is across the street there, sir. Yeah.
If I walk in there with all white and a do-rag on, I might get flagged for a terrorist though. But by the time July hits, I'm gonna have a great tan.
Yeah, you are. If you can't tone it, get tan. I can't wait to just keep the base going. Boys, before we take our first call here, just again to our fans, and we get on the fella tours, and Swishy, obviously you got, you're a great teammate here at Missin Curfew, and you got home by 3, and anytime I bump into any of our fans of our show or Swishy show with the chin hats on, it's just like they never let me down. They're just kind of exactly what I hoped they would be, just fucking beauties that like to get banged up and love hockey and probably in the doghouse with their girlfriend if they can even get one. It's just like fucking rights, boys. Like that. That is our brand. So our fans and home by 3 has been great for us too. Just like the crossover Swishy. But anytime I meet anyone that loves you guys and loves us, it's pretty refreshing. They're always good dudes.
Yeah, I told you it wasn't long ago. I was walking for lunch up in Beverly Hills on Sunset, like just a normal day. Parked, was paying my parking meter. Turn around, this guy's Guy's cruising up with he's got a stroller and a smoking hot wife, and he looks at me, he's like, "Up dog, fella." I'm like, "Hey." He's like, "Big fans. You guys are the best fucking, hockey." I'm like, "Dude, thanks, man." I'm like, "Where are you off to lunch?" He's like, "Right up there, Italian spot." I'm like, "Fuck, classy."
Yeah.
It was nice.
Right in Beverly Hills, eh?
Yeah, right in Beverly Hills. I got to say, it was definitely not walking down White Ave in Edmonton. And that feeling you get from when someone says fella.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know that the fans are there and that, one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crossover suite, every time we do something home by three related, they're always asking about Up Dog, Obes, Richie, all the boys. So it's cool to see when you're out in the flesh. The Missin Curfew people, they come as advertised, if you will. You know what I mean? It's a good rat pack of beauties. So it's always cool to see when you're out there in the open wild and you run into people.
Yeah, well said, my man. We'll be right back with our first curfew call. Welcome back to Missin Curfew, Curfew Calls Edition, Episode 3. KC, my man, what are you going to lead us off with?
Fella. All right, boys, we're going to start with a call-in from a beauty named Quinn. Here it goes.
Fellas, first time, long time. How you all doing? This is a question to all you boys. I'm waking up here on a Saturday morning. I'm absolutely stung, and I'm lucky to be in my own bed. Absolutely stung, Philly. Just wondering for you guys, where was the worst place you've ever waken up with a hangover? How did you get over it? And who was it with? We can bleep out the names. Rest in peace, Jimmy Scoops. Have a great summer, boys.
Oh, man, what a question. Rest in peace, Scoops. He fucking writes, man. Miss Broadway. It's nice to see him right there, right?
Yeah, it always
Every time I see like our show up or whatever, a clip that Princey puts out or whatever, it's like Scoopsy's still right there, just hanging with the boys. So, fuck, I got to think here, boys. If anyone's ready to go, I've waken up a lot of places.
Well, yeah, I could start off. And it's no specific place, but if you were ever on a road trip and after a game on the road somewhere, you're always just like, hey, where we're going, we're going out. Well, if you went out that night and you got a bus in the morning or you got practice and you got to get ready and you wake up, it's some other, bed without the confines of your bathroom bag or your contact lens case or a new fresh change of clothes. It was always just like max panic, and it happens all the time, but max panic, just look around. Where the hell am I? What city is this? Okay. What time was that bus? Fuck, check your phone. Oh my God. Okay. I got 20 minutes back to the hotel. I got to sneak up the elevator. I got to sneak in my room. That sort of panic was real.
Yeah.
Right, wasn't it?
Oh,
just knowing like, oh God, what's this going to be like when I get caught? What's this going to be?
When am I going to get caught?
How am I going to get out of this?
When am I going to get caught here?
I told them I'd be home at curfew. Fuck. So that would happen in like random cities, but you're just like wintertime. You're like trying to call a yellow taxi, fucking 7 a.m. It was never perfect, ever. Schmaltzy, you ever find yourself in that situation?
Oh, a lot. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of like a most recent one. Like obviously the playing days, yes, but I'm thinking of even like this last year when I was at the Grey Cup, the 112th edition in beautiful Winnipeg, Manitoba. And we went and saw, obviously, the Saskatchewan Roughriders. They put a beat down and won the Grey Cup. But that night, I mean, Winnipeg, you don't see the sun as is in November. So, like, we were staying at the Radisson, 2 double-day shifts at Earls on Main, ended up at the Pine, then to a after party with, I don't even know who was there. It was a bunch of Edmonton Eskimo cheerleaders. I just remember waking up in that 2-diamond Radisson. I'm like, where the fuck am I? And get me out of Winnipeg.
Yeah, right.
So that was like a most recent one where you kind of get like that racy feeling you got to grab all your shit. You don't even care what you leave there, but get me out of this country. And then you obviously get delayed and there's no direct flight. So that was like the most recent one where I was like, oh my God, I got to get off Portage and Main here. Get me out of here.
ASAP.
Oh, dude. You go outside and there's just a bunch of natives looking to stab you. Yeah, it wasn't perfect. So that was like my most recent one where I was like, ooh, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I got a few here that popped up in my head here, but early Missin Curfew days, we go up fella tour in Cowtown. And Upshaw's all horny to get up there, and fucking it snows, Swishy. Fucking snows.
Yep. First round against the Oil.
Second round
against the Oil. Battle of Alberta. We got an Edmonton Calgary game on the docket.
We're going game 2 in Cowtown, game 3 in Edmonton. We're supposed to do the show outside. Weather report comes, it's going to snow in Calgary. I go, Uppy, we're not really going, are we? He said, yeah, we're going. Fuck. I'm like, all right, let's go. So anyways, we go do the show at this bar, go to the game. It was unbelievable besides the pisser lineup, right? So I'm last man standing, Swishy, and a couple of these fucking Calgary fucking beauties come up to me and they're like, "Oops, after party." And I'm like, I shouldn't go to this fucking after party. Like, I really should just go home. We're leaving tomorrow. So, there gonna be any girls at this after party, boys? Oh, yeah. Oh, there'll be girls. I said, let's go. So I jump in with these 2 guys I just met, right? And we go, like, I'm like, fuck, this is kind of far, boys. And anyways, I show up at this party, and were there girls there? There were, but they weren't Calgary's finest. Let's just say that. All right. So I have going to this party. Long story short, I wake up back in my hotel room at like whatever time it was, right? 8:30, 9 in the morning. I got someone with me that I'm like, get the fuck out of here, right? Like, and then I got Upshaw blowing me up, be like, come on, bus is leaving, let's go, get on the bus. I'm like, leave me the fuck alone. I'm flying to Edmonton. I'm dealing with something in my room here. Fucking so finally took care of the situation, and I was just like, woke up hungover, and I was just laying there. I'm like, man, I really shouldn't have went to that after party. Like, I should have just came home. It wasn't my finest moment, Swishy. So that one just jumps out to me where I woke up kind of like, where am I? Oh boy, I'm in one.
You just had all the memories of Calgary just reliving in your head too, probably.
Yeah, I mean,
Bob Hartley was like in your dreams.
I never went out in Cowtown that much because I had a girl then, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I shouldn't have went to this party. This party was not. It was not a National League setup. Let's just say that, Swishy.
Yeah, I mean, even just I'm thinking like back to our trip in Buffalo this year, where me, Updog Richardson, and Bobby Gucci were up till like 6 in the morning, and then we had that bus where we had to put our zoomies on, our one-piece suits on, and get over to the Buffalo Bills tailgate with Labatt Blue. That was a tough morning. That was actually like one of the only few nights or times I've seen Updog like maybe half stung, to be honest. Yeah. Like I was like, because normally Uppy's like ready to go, showered up. He's got like, some expensive.
He's already drunk
on.
again. He's already drunk again.
He's already drunk.
Like, fuck up, he's drunk again. Let's go, boys.
He's already ironed his denim. I'm like, how is this? He's getting on like 30 minutes of sleep. But that day was like the first time I actually saw Updog like kind of half stung. So,
dude, he was
clipped that night.
We got clipped. He was blowing up the team text. Remember, 8:30 in the morning. I texted him on the side. I go, hey. A lot of the squad had a long night here. I think the boys are going to need till at least 10 a.m. here before the bus pulls out of the hotel.
Yeah,
I went to bed. I went to bed because Richie ended up staying up with you guys.
Well, he heard us come back because we had a joining room. So he heard us come back. Yeah. He said, "What are you guys doing? Is that Tragically Hip I hear?" I'm like, "Yeah." So he got up, came by for a blue light, and then just to top off the fella tour getting stung and what the hell. When we were in Kansas City. And I got fucking robbed at the bar with my phone. And I woke up with no phone. I thought I lost my watch. I had the cops involved. I was riding around in an Uber chasing my AirTag around fucking the suburbs of Kansas City looking for this phone. I'm like in the lobby of some motel by the airport just being like, this is where it says it is. And I'm like, I'm just going to wait here. And I see it go to Starbucks, McDonald's. I'm like, okay, so the person's obviously hungry, up grabbing some. It was a fucking nightmare. Nothing's worse, too, boys, than when you lose your horn. Right? When you lose your phone and then you're just like,
I don't lose it much.
I lose it all the time.
I know.
Just gone. Where is it?
I've lost my wallet more than I've lost my phone over my career.
Yeah. That was such a funny night because that morning Updog's on an absolute milk run. If we back it up like 6 hours
He's got Casey on the milk run with him too, eh? He's like, Casey, come with me.
No, that was on the way to the airport the next day.
Oh, the next day.
We actually found the AirTag. No wallet, no phone.
Found it in like in a field of grass.
That's what I said it was the day before. But I need your eyes on it, Casey.
Then that night before, as we ended up at that bar, we were sitting down low, and I hit the weed pen right in the middle of the restaurant. The guy comes over, like the security guy's like, "Hey, you can't smoke in here."
That was probably my fault.
No, but remember, and then Obes, like, you got like right back in his face, and the guy like backed away, and then we were like, "All right, let's get the fuck out of here." So that was the first ever fella tour I had ever been on too. That was That was my first games played. Yeah.
I had an old fashioned. He wouldn't let me drink it. I'm like, I'm just gonna finish my old fashioned, then I'll leave. And I think I slammed it. And then I was like, there you go, tough guy. But I was my fault. I pulled the weed pen out right in the middle of, But living out here, one thing about where we live in California, like that wouldn't get you run out at, like, would it? If I puffed a weed pen in, like, let's say a restaurant or Joey, would I get punted for? No.
Probably be the.
So I forgot I was in the Midwest there.
Someone would ask you for a puff before you're getting punted. Yeah.
So I just forgot my surroundings there, Swishy. I was fucking pinned. I forgot where I was.
Know the room. Read the room.
That was one of my favorite fellow tours. That was unbelievable time. Quinner, I got a couple more here, fella. Going back now, boys. The summer I lived in Peterborough, I told you, boys, with Craig Foster. Shout out to Fozzie. I still think he lives in PEI. He was my boy from St. Mike's. We lived with him, with his brother, Curtis Foster, who played in the show.
Yeah.
And Curtis's girlfriend. So Curtis had the lower level with his girlfriend, and we had the top 2 floors. And I remember at the start of the summer being like, Fozzie, do you think this is a good idea, man? Like, do you think you want to live here with your girlfriend? Like, I just got to warn you, like, I'm probably going to go pretty hard this summer, right? Like, I don't think you want to be here. He's like, no. She moved out August 1st. She had seen enough. But I'll never forget the one night, just a whole day drinking. And this is before Ubers and any of that, right? And I woke up at this house, no AC, hot as fuck, sweating, like cats and dogs, and I'm like in this little bedroom and it's messy everywhere, like, and I just remember waking up being like, how am I gonna get out of here? Like, I had no money left. I didn't know the taxi number. I'm like, hey, can you call me a taxi? She's like, yeah, I'll get around. I'm like, I'm trying to look how far it is if I could walk, and I was just like, it was one of the worst feelings of just like, how did I end up here? Like, why did I not just go back to my place? I was that pinned that I'm like, ended up at some like college dorm at Trent University that was hot and stinky, and it wasn't perfect.
Frat room.
It wasn't perfect. And I didn't know how to get out of there. I was trying to get a cab. It wasn't perfect.
Just accept failure.
Yeah.
You're like, oh God.
Yeah. It wasn't perfect. And then when I lived in Belleville, the one summer with Richie, I remember a couple times I ended up going back to a friend's house and waking up in the morning and the parents being there. So you wake up, you're hung cheese. She's like, yeah, my parents are just upstairs having breakfast. I'm like, what? You got a side door here? I can sneak out over.
You want to tell me that like 4 hours ago?
Yeah, she's like, no, just come up and say hi, and they'll call you a cab. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean they'll call?
Dad will pour me a drink.
Yeah. So I come in like, hey, morning. I'm like, sir, how are you, ma'am? Coffee? No, I'm good. I'm just calling me a cab. They get me out of here. But I'll never remember, like, once or twice that summer it happened to me, and I was like, Richie, if I ended up meeting the parents there, fella.
That's a good guy.
That's not a bad guy.
Coffee
Works at Wilson's Sporting Goods there in the factory. Not a bad guy, but you never want that.
Want me to sign that book for you? What was that? Tom Clancy? Here you go. I'll put the double nickel on it.
Yeah.
Goosebumps.
Yeah. I remember that just being like waking up hung and like, oh, my parents are just upstairs. Like, what? No.
Yeah.
Why?
How were your parents when you used to have random?
I never brought any. My house was so small. I grew up in that my parents' bedroom. I mean, I couldn't. No. They would have. It's like, I mean, I think a couple times I might have had one downstairs on the couch when I was like playing junior and stuff, but I didn't have the setup for it. I mean, I would always in high school be at my buddy's house.
Yeah. I respect it.
Shout out to Johnny Wright.
I always respected my mom's wish to keep that out of the house.
I was trying to keep my boozing away from my parents too, Swishy. Like, they didn't know I was boozing, eh? Like, I'd always stay at my buddy's house. Like, I would stay at Johnny's. Just fucking pinned.
So good. Yeah, I have the image in my head from when my mom first caught me with a 24 pack of Miller Lite. I had a Nike maroon duffel bag under my bed, and it was like she saw a ghost, But I was the oldest, so you always got to take those on the chin for, then Nikki, and then Kylie, and then pretty soon, Kylie's 14 and she's getting drunk and nobody cares. But at 14,
because you set the bar, you set the standards of hey, this is what's going to happen.
I was paving the way,
paving the way. Thank you.
What was to come? Yeah. So I'll vividly always remember that. It's like my mom. I went to jail. It's like, come on, Mom.
They're not even cold.
I'm still a good kid here, just catching a buzz.
Yeah. Right.
And then the last one I got for me, Quinner, there, fella, when I was playing in Portland, and I blacked out, boys. I went out. This is right when I first got sent down. I thought I should have been in the show, right? I black out. And I end up waking up at this girl's house, right? And I'm just like, oh, and she was nice. And she was there. And I was like, I kind of wake up and she wakes up and she's like, get the fuck out. And I'm like, whoa, what happened? She's like, I don't think she said, she's like, can you just please leave? Like, I can't believe you did what you did. And I'm like, what did I do? I have no I don't remember what I did. What
You're
did
farting
What
in
did I
the
do?
sack.
No, I wish I would have been farting in the sack, which I probably was too. She's like, you don't remember what you did? I'm like, no. She's like, you got up in the middle of the night, opened my dresser drawer, and pissed in my dresser all over my clothes. I'm like, I go, I did, eh? She said, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'll just show myself out here. I'm like, oh, sorry about that. I got outside and I just kind of shook my head and I was just like, come on, Obes, that is not National League, not American League. Like I felt shame, as they say in Slapshot Swishy. That was not my proudest moment. I think the next weekend I might have just, drank a few beers, didn't get on the brown liquor because that was tough to come back from. Taking a leak right in her dresser drawer, not perfect.
Yeah, that's not perfect. You ever spend the night with a random chick or someone you maybe seen before, and they have a dog, and like maybe it was a long night out, and there's like a smell of a stench, a fart, and you don't know if it's a dog or her, and then she wakes up and she just blames the dog. I'm like, I don't know, like that's one of those where I get kind of grossed out, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna be going back over there. We'll see.
I don't know if you can blame the dog there. I seen you lift the right cheek there. I think that might have been you, babe. I might have been you.
Yeah. You can only blame a Cocker Spaniel for so long, and then I'm just like, all right, all bets are off.
But what about when you're in the room with you, when there was a dog or an animal in the room, messing around with your feet and stuff? Like, can we kick the dog out of the room? Like, or you just battle through that?
I love a dog.
Up dogs,
Now,
like
if
I put
it's
some
a
peanut
cat-
butter on my nuts and just let
If
him.
it's a cat, I always had an excuse to leave, and I would actually. I was so deathly allergic to them. Like immediately, I could walk into someone's house if they had a cat. I would immediately know.
Yeah.
So I'd always be like, "This is either going to be really quick or I'm out." I'm out, and I wouldn't even sacrifice if she was that hot. I would still just be like, "No, you got a cat."
Would you get the 10 pumps in so it counts, or
No,
what?
I would just
you wouldn't
leave.
even do the 10 pumps? Just be like,
No,
boys, I got her done. She
It'd
counts.
be like golfing and not having the snack shack girl with a turkey sando. I just leave. I'd be too hungry, or I'm just, dude. The pain of that feeling of like a cat, and for some reason cats would always just fucking be all over me. Like I'll lay on my chest and wake up and it's purring, and I'm like, get fucking out of here. Like when I used to wear contacts before I had LASIK, so 25, 26. If you ever fell asleep, like passed out somewhere with those things in, it was like hell in the morning. And I'm like taking them out, I'm putting them in fucking water.
Like someone pissed in your eyes, eh?
Like, oh, they're so dry, they're dry and you can't see, and you got a headache already from the hangover / these dry fucking things in your eyes. Nightmare. Everyone who wears contacts knows exactly what I'm fucking talking about. So bad.
So you go in, you're on the road, you go back to her place, and then the dog's in the room. It's on the bed. It's fun. It doesn't bug you?
Not at all.
You're bringing out your A game with old Baxter there. Even old Baxter there sitting on the bed. You're pulling out all the stops.
Everything. Hey,
I wanted to get the dog out of there, Swishy. I was like, hey, you can get the dog out. The dog can come back in afterwards here.
I
But
don't care.
you didn't care.
Not at all. Dogs, they got a short memory.
Yeah.
So
No, but
it's
I
a
just
good performance or not.
It's the fact that they're in there and it's like trying to focus and I don't know.
Yeah. Not at the table, Carlos.
Not
Baxter, bark twice if you're in Milwaukee.
yeah.
Yeah, I would. I'm with you, Obes. That's when you just shovel it out of there and play on.
Yeah. Play on, fella. Play on.
Yeah.
Quinter, I hope that great question, buddy. Brought up
Boys,
some,
one more
brought up some
for
bad nights
me.
for me.
Just for the college kids, this happened one too many times with me. Friday night at Mizzou, you're going to Harpo's, you're going to Tembolo, whatever it is. You find a girl, and then they tell you, all right, I'm in the all-girls dorm, so we got to sneak in.
Ooh.
That was always like a mission. So it's like Mission Impossible. You break it into the all-girls dorm. You get in there. And how these girls' dorms work, the rooms, they have 3 little roommates, and they all live in the same room. So
Sounds
your
like a
beds are
time.
like
I was
facing
just,
each other.
I just fucking wrote that down. I'm like,
sounds like a hell of a time.
breaking in the girls' dorm sounds fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so
I'd
fun.
be
It
as
was like
loud
Mission
as I
Impossible. You're doing something wrong. It was great. But you get in there, you got 2 other girls sleeping, basically already asleep. You're sneaking in there.
Wake them
And you
up.
gotta get it done while they're
How you
sleeping.
doing?
You wake up the next
Say
morning,
hi
and then
over.
it's like, you wake up the next morning. She's like, all right, like we going to get pancakes. It's like, fuck, it's Saturday morning. The Tigers, the Mizzou's kicking off against Alabama in 3 hours. I gotta get back to the fucking fraternity house, keep drinking.
I'd
You
stay.
got to sneak back out. Can't get caught. But that happened one too many times, and that was always exciting.
Okay, let me ask you this: if you get caught, who gets in trouble? You or her? Her, right, for sneaking you in?
Her,
Yeah.
her, big time.
So
yeah,
you don't want her to
yeah,
get
playing with
the big
houses.
no,
Yeah,
no
but
guys
you
allowed.
don't want her to get in trouble because you want to come back, probably, right? Like,
I'd sacrifice her for.
Exactly.
so you're like, fuck it. I don't care if I get
No,
caught.
you'd be sneaky, but you probably want to let it be known that you were in there.
Leave your number on the couple.
Yeah.
There you go, babe.
Oh, he's back.
Right on a whiteboard. Up dog 949.
The whole floor sees it, and they're all talking about it. You see who Shelly brought over tonight? Like they're all talking about it. You're the talk of the town. But you gotta look out the door. You gotta look both ways. Every corner you turn, you gotta look both ways. You gotta get in, get out.
Does it work the same way for the all guys dorm? Like when you got to sneak them in there too? Can you get in trouble for bringing girls in your dorm?
We didn't have all guys dorms. It was only like an all girls dorm, and then there were like the combo dorms.
To answer your question, Mr. O'Brien, we had all guys, all girls at North Dakota. Shout out to Walsh Hall, no longer standing, but anything went there. Oh my God.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the girls was the same side as KC's talking about. You got to sneak in there, chili dip around. But the guys, it was just waving them in. Third base coach.
1 in, 1 out.
Come on, fella.
Fella, dig.
Yeah.
There's no security checkpoint. Just say, come on in.
No. What was even more off limits was the actual sorority house, and you did a few nights there, and that was like they'd get kicked out of the sorority.
Yeah, see, that's more of my challenge there. I'd want to try to step up to the plate, go right in the sorority.
You're jumping out of windows in that one.
Yeah,
no problem for the up dog. Yeah. No problem. He can fit through windows. He's all right. I mean, the fact looking back, I'm like my single days, and especially when you're playing, like you meet a friend, and the next day, like you want to get him out of there, right? Like it's like, hey, got practice or a game or.
Yeah, you always had that excuse when you were playing.
Practice was one of my biggest excuses.
Yeah.
It's
or
the best
bus, or I got to eat to get to work out, or it's got to get moving.
Isn't it the best though when both parties are on the same page? She's almost calling her Uber as you're thinking about it. You know what I mean? Or vice versa. Yeah, it's great when that happens. It's just a great, it's a clean transaction. We'll see each other when we do again. Thank you for your service. And you go your separate ways. It's something soothing about that.
Yeah, I agree. Unless she calls the Uber too quick, then you're like, oh, hey, wait a second here. Hey,
it's getting comfy.
Did you have a good time? Or what do you want?
Yeah.
Gatorade? Or, I got some juice? What do you need here? Relax.
Right.
Did you have fun? Or?
Yeah, we got a Pedialyte packet if you need it.
You want to watch some Netflix? Or what are you in a hurry for? I don't have a practice till fucking 11 here. Like, come on. Yeah. But yeah, when you both know that it was a hell of a run and, we'll see you in the future. So, Quinn, thanks, buddy. You brought up some of my worst nights, but those would make memories. So, KC, we got time for one more, fella. You want to do a read or a call?
One more. Let's do another call. Max, let's do the call in from the Roxy.
Oh boy.
Fuck the roller. Fellas, coming to you from the guts of the Roxy roller. We're at the roller obes. We're thinking of ya. Fuck, we love you, boys. I got nothing to say to you besides I fucking love your podcast. You guys are the man.
Spoons is out here. He's
out here. He's still kicking it.
Teammate to get pinned with. All the time.
Boys. Who's your favorite teammate to just fucking? You got a green light. Friday night, 2 days off.
No play.
You're in the big smoke. Who do you want with you? Hey, who do you want with you? Who do you want fucking hitting the fucking upshell cross doobie and the shots at jammer? Let me know, boys. Love you.
Oh, that was right.
Man,
that was like prime time, like midnight. Probably the full cover band hitting their top 3 songs.
That was unreal that they called us from the Roxy. Now, for people out there that's the stuff we're encouraging here at Missin Curfew. Hey, Swishy, Up Dog is like
from the moment.
If you're getting pinned and you want to give the boys a call, fucking give us a buzz. That was unbelievable. I wonder if they're hanging at the back bar there.
It sounded like it was a little echoey. You couldn't quite hear the band, so they're probably in the back.
I like that back bar.
It's a good back bar.
I couldn't believe
the pisser, eh?
So Swishy, yeah, exactly. And the basement was right there too. You go down, fucking ice cold beers down there. Go down and grab one. Swishy, do you know who Spoons is?
I don't.
Okay,
no.
So Spoons is this legend homeless guy that plays the spoons out front of the roller, like on Granville Street. He plays the fucking spoons. And obviously, I saw Spoons a lot. We became buddies over the course of my couple years in Vancouver. You know, would always throw him some cash, get him some Mickey D's, whatever, right? I just assumed that Spoons was dead, though, right? Like, fuck, I played there in whatever, 2008. I just assumed COVID. Fucking me and Updog come out of the roller we're there for a fella tour, and there's Spoons playing the goddamn Spoons. I go, fella, I got to be honest with you. I thought you were if you weren't dead before COVID, I thought COVID got you for sure. And he's like, no, still kicking, bud. Still kicking. I'm like, here's a hundo. Fucking you're playing with the house's money. But yeah, Spoons out there playing sometimes he tried to jump in I'd always have a limo with me. I was that guy back in the day. I thought it was kind of cool or whatever. But and he'd always try to get in the limo. I'm like, whoa, Spoons. Yeah. Your night's over here, fella. You're not coming back to fucking Cole Harbor.
You gotta take a shower before you
you're gonna kill Spoons. But yeah, he's still kicking. So that's what they're talking about, Smishy, with Spoons.
Okay. Well, we'll answer the second part. Who are you wanting to get? Who's your, give us your dream of guys or former teammates getting pinned with.
Well, if it's Toronto, he said the Big Smoke. Back in the day, if I got one guy, I'm taking Lupul because, he's got the city dialed. He knows everyone that's there. He's going to bring Travis out. Back in the day, one guy to go. I'm going Loops in Toronto, 100%. No questions asked.
Yeah, I would say the same. I had you in Florida, dude, for a year, which was epic, and we got to do a couple of trips to Vancouver. Toots was my boy back in Nashville. There's no better guy to go single to dinner. The shit that would come out of his mouth was all time hilarious.
Oh yeah,
always fucking just a great time. Yeah, fucking you three Eskimo brothers, all of you.
I think I know who you're gonna say, Swishy, but who are you gonna say for Toronto?
For the Big Smoke, yeah, I would like, especially back, I feel like I'm still just not even to my prime, but this guy, he's settled down now. I would say Binnington, aka JB, and then I would want the Hammer Wilson there just for security and a good chin, because he's a legend in its own right. And then I would say if I'm partying in Chicago, where I like to hit and frequent in the summers, it would be my brother Nick, and then it would be our boy Christian Dvorak, aka CD, Silent Assassin, is a great trio there. So that's kind of what I think of in terms of cities that I like to go. Chicago being my favorite.
Oh, I love Chicago. Viagra Triangle down there. I'm going to go to the two big cities, to New York City and LA. If we're going to say New York City, one guy I want Andy Mack. Oh, yeah. Andy Mack was my guy. Obviously, Loops was there. You were there too. But Mackel would take care of so many people, have everything dialed, ready to rock. And then obviously out here in LA, back in the day, Cons. I mean, Cons would have everything just dialed. Those are my two New York. If I was going to the city, either one of those cities, I was always hoping that one of those two guys were there.
It's not the same without him. You need the guy. You need a guy on the ground.
You need a guy on the ground. And then Newport Beach, the OG Newport crew. PJ, Stu, Joe D, Pico.
Yeah.
I mean, that crew, the OG Newport crew, on a Sunday or a Saturday, day drinking, turning into night partying. I want the OG Newport crew with me in Newport.
Yeah.
My favorite nickname out of the entire Newport crew is Blow Dry.
Blow Dry Lombardo.
Oh
Blow
God.
Dry.
The Blow Dry.
Blow Dry Lombardo. I love him. He came on the bender with me and Loops when we went from Tampa to Miami. And Blow Dry was getting a little thin. I feel his pain. And he's like, fuck, boys, I forgot my Blow Dry. We got to stop at a CVS and get it. Which now I know why. Because the little volume that he had, the blow dryer brings it out. So I just started calling him Blow Dry Lombardo. I'm like, hey, Blow Dry. And he embraced it. He's a beauty, man. He's back in BC, working for BC Hydro. Like, if something happens to one of those big power lines, like a tree falls on it or something, Blow Dry goes up there in the fucking in the cubby or whatever and fixes it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He his second Dewey got him out here, right?
Blow Dry Lombardo. He bought some anyway. Blow Dry. We were throwing the football in Fort Lauderdale, and I'll never forget. We threw it to him, and he was like diving midair, and as he dove, he puked everywhere. He's just like, he's like, bah, and still caught it. I mean, we were pinned on that trip. I'll never forget Lupul too. Fell asleep at the pool and then woke up and walked right in the pool. I watched it all happen too. It was fucking gold. I was talking on the phone to my ex-girlfriend at the time. We were taking a little breather from party, and Luce is having a little nap, and I'm kind of watching him, and I'm like, no, he's not. And he kind of gets up, and he's just boom. And his reaction, like when he woke up, he was like, it was fun. That
Funny shit.
Blow dry puked mid catch and still got 2 feet in.
Still got 2 feet and made the play. Dude, we went to Miami, me, Loops, and Blow Dry. We didn't know one guy. This was before Uppy played in Florida. We didn't know anyone. We went in there, and we were the 3 biggest schlep rocks you've ever seen. Like, we couldn't get in anywhere. We left Miami to go back to Fort Lauderdale because we're like, at least in Fort Lauderdale, we could just hit the elbow room or something, right? Like, we had one night in Miami where we tried to go a bunch of places and got denied. And then we just went to Fort Lauderdale and just got banged up.
See, that's the importance of a guy. But yeah, when you're young, you just don't know. That's why people listen to our show, because maybe you take a tip or two.
And we drove from Tampa to Miami, which is like 4 hours. Drove down, booze cruise down, which was fun.
But brutal drive. That's a brutal drive too.
The drive back was so brutal, man. When you're just coming off a fucking 5-day runner, and you're just driving right back through the guts of Florida, as you would say, Swishy. Loops is sleeping, Lumpo's sleeping in the back, and I'm just like in the Escalade with the 24s fella just cruising.
Right to the Everglades too. You don't know if you're gonna just get killed. That's a brutal drive. Yeah, can't imagine. Dude, I actually did that stung last year. We were in a Sprinter van though. It was still brutal.
Not perfect. I mean, the last thing here before we wrap, that course where they have the Valspar Open in Innsbruck, the Copperhead course? So that same trip, we get back to Tampa and we take a day break and we go right back into another bender, right? So Loops is stung. He plays the front 9, shoots a million, right? He's like, I'm done, boys. I'm calling a cab and I'm going home. And this is before Ubers or whatever, right? We're like, all right, we're going to finish. Me and Lumpo, we're going to finish the 9. Finish the 9 holes, drive back to downtown Tampa. So we're looking at, this is 2.5 hours later, maybe more. Pull into my driveway and there's a cab pulling up my street. And I'm like, no fucking way. This is not Loople. Pulls up, there's Loops, gets out of the back. 2.5 hours later, I go, where you been? He's like, oh no, I fell asleep with the fucking prick, drove all over the place. I woke up, I don't know where I was, and he finally got me. That's how tired old Loops was. He shut her down the back of the cab.
Cross Alligator Alley.
Oh, who knows where he took him. Cost him like fucking $300 or something. It was funny. So thank you to the fans. Boys, it's always a pleasure snapping around with you. Thank you to Hall Pass Media, Max, the Ice Pick Pickup, Kyle, Casey, Conway. That was Curfew Calls.
Fellas.